Hello, everybody. I'm gonna go here. Okay, so I see Kama, I see Nick, Ariane, Carla, I see Alice. Excellent. Good. Okay, good. Nice to see you guys. And I'm gonna add a little bit more. Okay, so hope everybody is feeling yes, because yeah, so you have this kind of like, you start seeing, like, oh, I can start making sentence and I can start reading, I can start recognizing things, I can start seeing the patterns, right? So, and then slowly building up. Now, when it comes to Mishika, the book, now Mishika is, as a background, she was engineer. So she has, I mean, first of all, she's super intelligent, right? Her name is Medha, which is knowledge. She just, she's very intelligent woman. And she has this ability to make this kind of very clear kind of shots that you can see, like Rama Shabda and then the next. Now, for some people, if you have that ability, you can have these shots and you just read them, remember them, and you got it, right? Now, if you're one of those person, that's great, right? Now, for me, for me, it works better when I can start seeing sentences, right? And I can start adding and add things a little bit and start building like a puzzle and more. If it's just learning shots after shot, personally, it doesn't work for me, right? But the Mishika is really good to have, close by to see like, okay. So just to let you know, that's how I teach, and someone else would do it like I was with a teacher and he was more like, okay, now you learn this shot, now you learn this shot. And for me, it was more inspiring when I start seeing the pattern. Okay, so I hope you feel the same. And if you don't feel like, no, I want to go more like page by page, then just let me know and we can shift a little bit. Great. Okay, now before we go further, I need you to be with me now on this class. Like if the mind start wobbling away, try to stay here and now and grounded. Okay, but let's start with our prayers. Saraswati, anybody?
I can do Saraswati.
Good. And then we have the teacher student, Ariane. Excellent.
Om Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada.
Om Sahana Vavatu Sahana Bhunatu Sahaviryam Karavavahe Tejasvinavadhitamastu Mavitpitavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Good. Excellent. Okay, now just a little note for everybody. When you do this, Siddhir. So it's not Siddhir. Sid, you go to Dakara, and then after that is an Siddhir. Sid, and you're landing on Dakara, and then on aspirate. Siddhir. Siddhir. Good. All right, everybody. Now, does everybody have the volume 1 book in a paper form? Yeah. Good. Excellent. Now, so up to now, what the home fund, the sentences that we had have always been from, we use the nouns under Rama Shabda, correct? So you had all these words that we like the sun sees the Rama, or the teacher study the Vedas, right? We were always picking those words, which means that all these words gonna fall into the Pratama, right? It's always gonna fall into the Pratama Purushaha. To spice it up now, what we're gonna do is that we're also gonna learn how to say I see the trees, or the teacher sees me. Okay, so this I as a subject and I as an object, right? So that's, now when we're talking about we in English is called pronoun, right? You can write that down, pronoun. Pronoun means that anything it's not a specific like a tree, right? I can be many things. Pronoun can also be like this, that, you, we, and so on. So which means that you gotta unfold that word even further to understand who are you really talking about. Like, for example, I see the tree. Who's I? Okay, so if I really need to analyze I in a relative word, I would say I, okay, Ingla from Sweden, and it would go all these attributes on top of I, right? But the I itself is called a pronoun. Now in Sanskritam, the terminology for pronoun is sarva. Sarva, anybody know what that does it ring a bell for anybody? Sarva. I'm making a gesture to give you a little hint.
Means all, sarva.
Yes. Good, excellent, Nick. Sarva, and then nama. What do you think that means? Nama.
Name.
Name, all names. So that's a technical term for pronoun in Sanskrit. So it means that, you got to analyze what, you got to know more. Good. Okay, now, how many of you, I know Carla speaks Portuguese, of course. Is there anybody else who speaks a Latin language? Latin, like Spanish, or maybe, I'm not sure, but I hope. French?
French or Latin? I speak French.
French and Portuguese. We got Portuguese. Any other Latin languages? Anyone speak Spanish? No? Okay. Now, in the Latin languages, I'm not sure about French, and I'm guessing Portuguese is similar to Spanish. Now, when you're looking at the verb, for example, to see, the verb to see in Spanish is ver. What is it in Portuguese? Oh, she disappeared. Okay, ver. But when you actually conjugate it, it becomes veo. So in the verb, just same as Sanskritam, you can see which is the person, right? But you can add a pronoun to emphasize the person, right? So you add yo, I, yo veo. So actually it's both in the pronouns, you see I, and also in the verb, you see I. What would it be in Portuguese, Carla? Like I see?
Eu vejo.
So you have same thing, right? So you have pronoun, and then you see in the verb who you don't really need the pronoun. If you can also just say, like in Spanish, you would say veo, and you would say that means I see, but you can also say yo veo, right? And the same in French, right? So that's Latin. We don't have that in English, right? You gotta say I see. You can't just say see. It's confusing, right? You have to put the I, you have to put the pronoun. So Sanskritam in this is similar to Latin. Okay, good. Now, if you open the page number 123, 123, page number 123, actually the physical book, not on the computer. Everybody got it? 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay. Now look at not the top shot, the bottom shot. Okay. So it starts. See, do you see that where it says declension off? Right. Now, Alice, what does it say there in Devanagari?
Sarvanama prati padikam.
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 Pratipadikam. Good. Now this is
Sorry to interrupt, but are we on the book?
volume 1.
Yeah, volume 1, page number 123 is a prayer, and then topic 1 letters.
You probably have some different book then. Show me the first page. That's not a prayer. 1, 2, 3. Page number 1, 2, 3. Can you show me the 1, 2, 3?
Page number 1.
No, 123.
123. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. 1, 2, 3. 120. Sorry, not 1, 2, 3. 123. Okay, good. Now, so we already established that sarvanama means it's pronoun, right? Now, pratipadikam means just like it's just like you have angam in a verb. It's like the base, and after that you add the person and the numbers. Okay, so it's just like a base, just like you have angam. You know, like you have angam in verb, and then you add person and numbers. This is noun is called, instead of angam, in noun is called pratipadikam. Okay, good. Now what does it say after that, Alice?
Hang on, I'm muting myself. Yushma.
Oh no, so the second one, the short in the bottom, not the top.
Sarvanam pratipadikam asmad.
Now, so the name, when it comes to I and we, so on, the asmad, but then you gotta do the declension for, but that's like the base of the word. So just when everybody, if you say asmad, you know that it has something to do with I as a object, as a subject, as an instrument, as a location, and so on, right? You got these 7 different vibhaktis. Good. All right. Now, so we go down to this chart now. Now, you see that when it comes to the first case singular, Nick, you see that little box there, the first box on the top left. What does it say there? Oh, you got to mute, unmute.
The box with a diagonal division in the top left.
Yeah, so you see where you have the first case, pratama, vibhakti, and then you have the singular. So you go into that box there.
Oh, that one. Okay.
1, 1.
Aham.
Good. Aham. The hakara is hard aspect. Aham. Aham is I as a subject. I see, I eat, I go, I. So this is very common word and a very good word to know because it's very often, right? Now, when you go one box more to the right now, Carla, what does it say there?
I was just trying to find where did Nick read it. Where are we? I'm looking at the same page, 1, 2, 3, and the two tables.
So the bottom one. So
The bottom
Nick
one?
was reading the 1, and you go one box to the right
Okay.
now where it says 1, 2, but it says
Okay.
something there in Devanagari.
So
You can, if you want to spell,
avam,
good, avam,
avam.
avam. So the one that Nick did is I, but now remember this is two people, right? So what do you think that means?
We?
Good, we two. So if you talk like if me and Carla eat something and we two people, then you got to use that one, right? Good. Now, Ariane, if you go one more box to the right, what does it say first of all that in Devanagari?
Vayam.
Vayam. Good. Vayam. Now that is plural, right? That's bahuvachanam. What do you think that means, Ariane?
We all.
We all, right? More than two people. So 3 plus. We all. Okay. So remember, this is only the subject. So if it is say, for example, we eat, we see, we go, you got to use that one. Now let's go one step down and we look at the second case. Now, Kamadevi, what does it say there? So I'm looking at the 2-1.
It says that's a mama.
It's called, you're correct, it's ma, but it's a virama, right? It's mom. Mom.
Mom.
Good. Now there's two options. What's the other option?
Ma.
Look again.
Ma.
Ma. Long, right?
Yeah.
It's the stick, right? Okay. Now, so when you're in this one, suddenly you see yourself as an object. So that would be, for example, Rama sees me. I'm the object. Same like you would see Rama sees the tree, but now I am the object. Rama sees me. Is it clear? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, excellent. Okay, good. Now go one step to the right now. And Nick, what does it say there?
It says avam.
Avam. Long, right? Avam. Avam.
Avam.
So this is, I show this for the Vedic. Have this this is a really nice tool. You put your finger on your chin and then you make sure that you, avam. So the finger goes down, avam. Because if you go avam, go all the way to the bottom, avam. Okay, Carl, you say which is the what? I'm lost again. Which case are we? You are in the, you just go one rack down. So you are,
It's fourth case? No.
No, we're going this way, like this.
So it's second case, 2, 3?
No, 2, 2.
2-1. 2-1. 2-2.
2-2. The one we're doing now is avam, is 2-2.
Thank you. Thank you also, Alice. Thank you.
Okay, Nick, you have two options, right? What's the second one?
Nai.
Not nai, the fourth diphthong.
Ooh. Check. Now.
Good. Now. Okay, so you know that you have two options there. Okay, you're going to see both. Now, what do you think that is? Rama sees. How would you translate that?
Me too.
Us too.
Us too.
Us too. Us too.
Don't even know my own language.
It's okay. I'm the same. You should see me in Swedish. It's a disaster. I even have been away so long. So the words that I use, people go like, that's really old fashioned. Like you don't say that anymore. I'm like, you know, one of those really old ladies. Okay, good. Now, Alice, go into the 2-3. What does it say there?
Where are we? Asman
Good.
and Naha.
Naha. Good. So what does that mean? Rama sees
Us.
us,
Us.
Us.
Group.
right?
Mm.
Rama sees us. Any questions so far about this? Is this clear? Now, I'm just gonna play with these two. I'm not gonna give you anything more, okay? So everything that we've done in the previous 2 classes where we play with these sentences is exactly what we're gonna do now. The only difference is that we're gonna introduce I and as a subject and an object in both singular, dual, and plural. That's it, nothing else. Okay, so let me give you a sentence. So we're going to do this together now. Everybody write down on a piece of paper so we can do it together. I study the Vedas. I study the Vedas. Okay, so first question always, Nick, which word of these, all these are is the verb?
Study.
Study. Okay, so write that down. So you say verb equals study, right? Now, anybody remember what's the technical term for verb? Kamadevi, I know you know that one.
Tinangtam.
Ting. Backing that.
Ting.
Ting.
Tingantam.
Good. Tingantam. Good. So you can write that down. Tingantam. So that's a tingantam. It's a verb, right? Good. All right. So you write that down. It's a tingantam. Now we got to go into page number 32. 32. So what is, Ariani, what is the dhatu for study? Oh, you there you go.
That is pad,
Pak. Pak. Right?
pad.
Pak. The tongue goes back. Okay, so write that down. The dhatu equals pak. Right? Everybody write that down. Pak. Good. Now, Alice, what is the angam?
Patta.
Good. So it's not much big difference. One is pat and the other one is pata. You just added one akara at the end, right? Good. Now, what is the lakara? What is the tense, the present, right? What's the technical term for that?
Lat.
Lat, right? Okay, so you write that, you can write that down. Lakara equals lat. Now, you can also write down what's the voice. Do you remember that one, Alice? What's the active voice?
Karma.
That's passive voice.
Kart.
Kartari,
Kattari.
and then voice is prayogaha. Prayogaha. I think that was on page number 23. So you can make a note if you want to go back and read about prayogaha. Good. Now, if you look at the suffix now, so on page number 33, right? 33. Now we know that the subject is I, right? Now, Ariane, what is the Purushaha for I?
Pratama Purusaha
No.
Ekawachanam.
So that's the third. Now we're going one step further. Now we're talking about I. Third person would be like Rama, the tree, like he, she, it. Everything you can go like the tree is, he is. That's the third person, but now it's I. So look at that again. Now it's the first person. What does it say there? You got to go down 1, 2, 3. You see that on the page 33? So where it says
Me, ting pratyaya me.
no, let me help you. So you are on page number 33. You're looking at the box, right? The box with 9 boxes. Yeah,
Yes, I see. Yeah.
see that one?
This.
Now, if you look on the, you see that you have pratama, and then if you go down, you have second person. That's madhyama, and then you have the first person. Now, it says something there in Devanagari.
Uttama Purusaha.
Yes, uttama purushaha. Now, in Sanskrit, it means the last person, because in Sanskrit it's so beautiful. You know, in Sanskrit, the topic, the subject is the most important. Okay, so you're putting yourself as the last person. You're not the topic is more important. You know, in a lot of other languages, you put your I first. You know, like in English, you would say I, you, he, right? I comes first. Here's the opposite. I comes last. Good. So you said Ariane was uttama purushaha?
Uttama Purusaha.
Good. Now, Nick, I, is it singular? Is it dual or plural?
Singular.
How would you describe that?
I would describe it with the word ekavachanam.
Good. Ekavachanam, right? The diphthong is ekavachanam. Now you join those boxes and you go down. Now you notice that you get a suffix there. You got a pratyayaha. What is that pratyayaha?
Me.
Me. Excellent. Now there is a special rule when it comes to this box, is that you got to do, you see that in, if you go down, there's do you see at the bottom, there's a 2 stars? The last of the anga is elongated into a dirgha, when followed by vakara and makara, right? So this is what happens in this case. So when you're having the anga is pata, right? But you got to go pata because it's a dirgha. It becomes a dirgha, and then after that you add the suffix. So patami. So patami means I study. Is it clicking? Yeah, clicking. Carla, is it okay? Yeah, is it's okay? Okay. And Kama, is okay? You see that what happens? You have the anga, but then the pata becomes pata, and then you add the mi, patami. Okay. Okay, so now we go into the noun. So we said that the noun is we got to go back to a page number 123. So just same like
Sorry, I just need my brain to click because I was writing at the same time. The first person singular, me, has got an extra R, right? That's the rule.
yeah, so it becomes
Pa, ta, mi. Okay, 2 lines. Yeah. Okay, thank you.
1 line. Oh, you mean like from the rainbow? Yeah, like patami. It's not
You add the line, you add another R. Akara
Yeah.
added in there.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Good. Excellent. Now we said that the pronoun is, so now you got to look at 123, page number 123. Now the subject is I. Now Alice, what is I as a pronoun? So you got to look at the first vibhakti.
Ekavachanam pratama aham. Sorry. Aham.
Right?
Aham.
So you write that down, aham. Okay, so you got aham, I, and then you got the verb, which is patami, I study, right? So what was it that we studied with? I studied the Vedas. Vedas. Now the Vedas, you have that on page number 89. 89. So now the Vedas is the object, right? Nick, so if you look at the Rama Shabda, right? Just look at the like the mall, or you know, the frame, like you can look. So in this, the Vedas becomes, first of all, becomes an object, and it's plural. It's many, right? It's plural. Now, what is in the Rama Shabda? What is, if you want to say like object, many Ramas, what is that?
We're doing plural, are we?
Yeah.
Vedas. It has had some nakara.
Yeah, you add a nakara, right? So it's Raman. But you could absolutely correct. You add actually an, right? An. Yeah. So you can actually make a note there. Add an, long an. Now, when we're talking about the Vedas, the word is Veda, but now it's in plural. So Ariane becomes what?
Vedan.
Good. Vedan. 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 Good. So Ariane, can you say the final sentence?
Aham. Patani. Vedan.
Yes. How many people are confused? How many people are okay? How many are comme ci, comme ça? Nick, thumbs up.
I got a bit lost with the plural for Vedas.
So if you go to page 89
Mm-hmm.
and you go on to you see where it says 2, 3?
Yes.
You see that if you read that in just the Rama Shabda, you see that it says Raman, right? So what's been added is an. Remember that Rama Shabda is like it's like a very good thing to know by heart, because then anything else can, all the words that has the same falls into the same structure. So Veda becomes Vedan.
Okay. With a long A?
Mhm.
Okay. Thank you.
Vedan. So just to show you this, maybe this is a little bit clearer. Look at the 89. Now you see where it says at the top, you see there it says Rama, right? Rama, you see that? Now this, if you look at the Veda, it says Veda, right? Now what's the difference between Rama and then if you look, for example, at 2-3, it's An, right? That's a difference. So then you get what's being added on top of the noun to make it into object plural. And the same thing apply for everybody. You just look the difference between the Pratipadika and what is written in the Rama Shabda. Maybe that was
But why did we look at the second case in this chart?
because it's an object.
Okay, got it.
If it was subject, we would have used the rack above. For example, if we would say the Vedas, Vedas, I don't know what Vedas can do. Vedas fall. What can the Vedas do? Vedas sees, I don't know. I'm just making up now. But let's say
I got it.
Got it, right? Okay, good. All right. So it's you're playing between the subject and the object. Okay. That's the play. So you got to go, if it's subject, you go on the first top 3, but then you got to move it down when it's an object, and you got to see how many numbers. Is it singular, dual, or plural? Yeah. Cool. All right. Shall we do? We still have time to. Are you okay to do one more? Yeah, Alice, thumbs up. She's even doing the dance. Excellent. Good sign. All right, Alice, why don't you make up? You have to make, so this time we have to do I as an object. Okay, so let's say we see, you can pick anything, but then sees me. Okay, sees me. And you got to pick one of the words on page number 89.
Hang on. I think it's the same as usual. So I think there was a tree in there somewhere.
Tree. The
Yeah.
tree sees me.
Yeah.
Is it trees? Do you want it in singular, dual, or many?
That's a good point. Plural.
Plural.
All.
Plural, dual.
All. Sorry. Yeah. All.
Okay. Trees. Everybody write down. Trees see me. Trees see me. All right. So Carla, what is the verb?
Sees.
See, right? Okay. Good.
See.
See.
So it's pasha.
It's pasha. Good. Now, do you remember what's the technical term for verb?
Tin, something like that. Tinantam.
Tingantam. Antam is end. Thing, I can explain that on another day why it's ting. The end is like antam. So you got ting, and then the noun is end of thing. Good, excellent. All right, excellent. So, but what was the dhatu for see?
Drish.
Drish, excellent. And then you already said what's the angam, right?
Yes, pasha.
Now you got to look at the subject. Now, remember that we're talking about a subject and it's plural. So you gotta go to page number 33. You have that? And then you gotta go for, now is the trees, right? So this is not I, it's not you. So it's third person, right? Yeah. How would you describe third person?
Pratama Purushaha.
Excellent. And now it's
And plural. Bahuvachanam.
excellent. Now, what's the ending there? You see that what when the box, what's the suffix? What's a pratyaya?
It's something. It's an anta.
Almost. It's a rainbow.
It's a rainbow. Oh, got it. Anti? No.
Anti.
Yeah.
Good.
Anti.
Now, notice that it has one star. You see that if you go down, you see that it has a star, and you can go to the bottom. Within a word, when a short a is followed by a guna, later on, the guna letter is the substitute for both. It's a very difficult, it's a very, like Mishika has this very, like an engineer, you know, she described it very, very technically. Basically what it means that you don't do a Sunday. Okay, so it's you just add the anti. You don't make, because I don't know if this is too confusing, but you know, if you have Rama and then if you have anti, if there was two a to coming together, it would be a, right? And it says no, that doesn't apply here. It's a special rule. It just becomes, and now we're talking about the, it just becomes, for example, pashanti. It's not pashanti. No, it's pashanti. Okay, good. So we said that the ending is anti, right, Carla? And what was the angam again?
What was the what?
The angam, the steam.
Pratama Purushaha, Bahuvachanam.
Yeah. And what about the verb to see? What was it? To see. So we said, yeah, asha. And now we add the suffix, the anti. So it becomes
Pashyanti.
yes, excellent. Okay, so everybody write that pashanti, which means they see, right? They see. All right, Nick. So now we're talking about the trees, right? Was it trees? Yeah, trees. So you got to look at the Rama Shabda. Now, the trees are the subject, right? Now, how would you, so first of all, what's the word for trees? Tree?
Vriksha.
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 Good, vriksha. Now, you got to put that in, you see where it says 1-3, right? So you
Vrikshaha.
vrikshaha. Vrikshaha. So what's added is aha. Just like Rama, and then it becomes Ramaha. Good. So you got now, so everybody write down vrikshaha. Vrikshaha, which means the trees, because there are many, sees, that's what Carla did, right? Pashanti. The trees see me. Ariani, now you got to go and look at the 1, 2, 3, 123. But you got to put me as the object.
It's mom.
Is it mom or mom?
Mom.
Yes. All right. So you do the final now. Put the whole sentence together.
Vraksaha pasyanti mom.
Yes. Excellent.
Which case is me has an object?
When you go, so you have like the first rack where you have aham, abam, right? Vayam, you see that? The first like 1, 1, like the 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3. That is the subject. When you go down to like 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, that's the object.
Okay.
So you can even write that, subject, object. You got to make a little note. It's for active voice. Just later on, so you're not going to say like, hey, you told me so. So later on, but for now, subject, object.
Ingela, do you mind writing down in Devanagari how this tree see me comes out? Because I'm actually, by the time we've done all of this scrutinizing of the words, at the end I'm just in a bit of a jigsaw.
Yeah, I get it. What? I just have a different. Oh, I just have a different. Different computer. No. I'm just gonna find all the there. Nick, what does it say there?
Vrikshaha.
Excellent. What does it say there, Alice?
Pushanti.
Pashanti, right? And there, Kama, what does it say here? The last one?
Mom.
Mom. Mom. Good. Don't forget your longness. Okay, so if I translate this, it's here, it says the trees, which is another, this is the subject, right? Then I say see, which is the it's first of all it's the verb, and it's in pratama purusha bahuvachanam, right? And then I have asmad, the object, right? Me as an object. Any question? Please don't be like ask.
I have a question. I'm a bit confused actually. For the subject, why is it vrikshaha and not? Why is there no maha?
Why is it not what?
Why is it not vrikshamaha?
Where do you
Or
get the Vrikshamaha? Where do you get that from?
So if trees are, I might have completely misunderstood. If trees are first person plural, or have I misunderstood that?
If you look at, so you're on page 89?
No, hang on.
So,
I'm digging.
so the trees are, trees a noun.
Oh yeah.
So you got to look at the, when it's a noun, you got to look at the Rama Shabda.
That's where I've gone wrong. Yeah.
Yeah. So remember that the first thing that you look at is like the, you can even make in notes, like where is the verb, where is the noun, right? And then you can make even clearer, like noun, is it the subject or is it the object, right? So you make it really clear for yourself and then start analyzing. And then you can add the, you know, pratama purusha ekavachanam or pratama vibhakti ekavachanam and so on. So you kind of build it up step by step.
Thank you for explaining that.
No, it's
I
good.
tend
It's really
Yeah,
good.
tend to
I
do
know
it
how
from
it is. You know?
memory because I've got the computer screen. I haven't printed it out yet. I tend to do stuff from. I tend to memorize things, and if I can't get to the thing quick enough, and then.
I have to say it's a really good investment to have it in a physical. It is. I don't know if I'm old-fashioned, but it's just something about, you know, making notes or having like, it's easy, and you can have all this instead of going sliding up and down, you know.
Yes, yeah, I got it. I understand. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other? Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Tree. The second word there. What is it? I can't find it in my letters.
It's on. So you see on page number 89.
Yeah.
So you see that you have these like 3 columns, right? In the
Yeah,
bottom.
yeah. I just the tree is vra, and what's that other word? The next letter.
You mean this one?
Yeah. What is that?
This
I've
is
seen it before.
It's yeah, it's a conjunct consonant, kakara plus s, but it's cerebral. It's a very common conjunct consonant. So it's kakara plus this one. So it's one of those conjunct consonant that looks completely different. Yeah.
Thanks.
Remember, you start from the bottom and kind of make a loop, and then you almost like go backwards, like you want to make an 8, and then you slide to the side, and then you make a stick. So very beautiful, and it's very, very common. Very, very common letter, conjunct consonant. So you can put that in your special notebook, you know. Yeah. So any other questions? Everybody understand this conjunct consonant? Yeah. Alrighty. So if there's no more questions, then the home fund's gonna be same what we did before. The only difference is that we're gonna add I as singular, dual, plural, which means I, we, two, we all as a subject, but also as an object. Me, us, to us, right? So like, you can even say like, I see me, right? Or we see us. If you wanted to make it like play with words, like something very philosophic. I see me, right? I see me. And then next time we're gonna add you. So then we can say, I see you, or you see me, or they see us, or we see you, as in many, right? We see you too. Yeah, so it's a good thing to kind of grasp this and then analyze and have fun with it, you know. If it's under pressure, you're just gonna have this kind of like, this is just too much, right? If you do it with a leisure and you enjoy the writing and the, you know, getting into it, you know, if there's something that you really enjoy, then it's gonna spark you to want to like, oh, this is so exciting, you know. You start seeing the little things, and it really inspires you to want to know more and more. if by any chance you're having a full-on week and there's a lot of different sacred duties and it's like, no, not another home fun, you know, like if it's like that, don't you have no, like, don't do it, or maybe just do one if you can, but don't do it out of pressure, right? And don't feel like there's pressure from my side, right? I'm just here to help you, and if you need some help, shout out, you know, I'm here for you. Okay, so don't feel like you're stranded on an island and you know, I can't figure out what was the thing that she said, you know, or whatever it is. Yeah. Good. Everybody okay? Yeah. Oh, so another half an hour. Yeah?
I have to start testing. He's getting a little bit antsy on this.
Oh, okay. Swamiji is having a class. There's the group leader wants to test the Zoom. So we're gonna just bow out and we do the prayers in our heart. Okay. We can do the prayers. Okay, Swamiji, do the prayer. Okay, let's do the prayer. Om Swasti Prajabhya Paripalayantam Nyayena Margena Mahi Mahishaha Go Brahmanebhya Shubhamastu Nityam Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Kale Varshatu Parjanyaha Prithvi Sasya Shalini Desho Yanksho Barahitaha Brahmana Santo Nirbhayaha Om Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha Sarve Santo Niramayaha Sarve Bhadrani Pashantu Ma Kachit Dukkha Bhag Bhavet Asato Ma Saggamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityo Ma Amritangamaya Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha Hari Om. All right, guys. So same time next time, because Swamiji has a class, if it's okay for everybody. All right.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye bye.
Oh.
Oh.